Hello Kitty Queens and Kitty Beauties, it's me again and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how I created this beautiful burgundy transformation. I'm going to be going over the makeup as well as the hair. So we're jumping straight into this video. I'm working with the brand ISEE Hair. Inside the box they sent me their card, a wig cap, and some lashes along with this unit. Y'all just get into the color, okay? Get into the color. This is their 22-inch Kinky Curly 99J 13x4 lace front wig, and as you can see it's given from root to end. This is what it looks like after I've plucked and washed it. It's given, and I'm getting better at my plucking, y'all. I gave you a whole 180 view just so you could get into it, because give me about another month, okay? It's gonna be serving scalp. Alright, I got faith in me. It's gonna be serving scalp. Inside this wig, it came with 4 combs and an adjustable strap and some lace in the back as well. I went ahead and just sat the wig on my head to see how it was fitting, and I cut the ear tabs off camera just to save a little time. I was really pressed for time in this video, y'all, because I had a client coming, so I had to kind of speed this up, and I didn't really install it how I install majority of my wigs just because I was pressed for time. So yeah, I'm just making sure it fits my head. For my adhesive, I'm going to be going in with the Got To Be Glue gel in the black bottle, and I normally cut sections in my lace, but as I said earlier, I did not have that type of time, so I just pulled my lace back, and now I'm applying a thin amount of gel around my hairline. I use a thin amount just so it dries quicker, and I normally don't sleep in my wigs, so I like to be able to take it off whenever need be. Now I'm just taking that lace and I'm applying it right on top of the gel, and I'm taking my fine tooth comb and I'm using it to press that hair onto my skin. Excuse that white stuff on the hair, y'all. I went in with the edge control just to pull the hair back, and as you can see, it was a terrible edge control, but we're gonna fix that situation later on in the video, so try not to let it distract you too much. I ended up going in and trimming off the lace because, girl, I could not see what I was doing. I didn't know if the wig was adhering to my head or not, so I'm just going to go in and quickly cut that off. And once that's finished, I'm taking my Even Lace Bond spray, and I'm going to be spraying this on the edge of my lace just to make sure it penetrates that lace, okay? I need to make sure this wig is sticking to my skin before my client gets here, and I'm following the same exact technique that I did for the Got To Be Glue gel. If you want to, you could really just go in with the spray. That's what I should have did, but you know, when you're rushing for time, girl, you don't even think about things like that. Now that my lace has been sprayed down, I'm taking my elastic band and I'm going to be wrapping this real tight around my head to make sure that it's giving scalp when I take it off, okay? I need this to be stuck down to my head, and in the meantime we're just going to work on styling this hair real quick. So I took it out of the clip, and now I'm just going to play around with it a little bit to see where I would like my part to be, but I ended up deciding to do a flip over side part. This is my favorite style to do when it comes to curly hair, just because it's very effortless, but it looks like you put some work in, you know. So I'm just combing the hair in place. I'm taking my curling wand and I'm using this to press the hair in place so that it stays to the side, and it's also going to melt down that edge control and take away that white residue. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this elastic band because it's sat long enough. As y'all can see, the wig is pressed down to my head, but unfortunately you can still see some of that edge control, so I'm going back in with the wand and I'm using this to melt down the edge control that's at the front of my head. Now it's time to cut down the lace, so I'm taking my shears and I made a split in the lace first because I'm gonna do it section by section, and I'm making sure I cut pretty jagged because I don't want to create a harsh line when cutting off the lace. Alright, so all the lace has been cut. Now I'm taking some spray, the even lace bond spray, on the edge of my comb, and I'm just pressing it down over the edge of my lace to make sure it's secure. Now I'm going in with my foundation and I'm just pressing this right on top of my hairline. You just want to keep applying that foundation until you can barely see your lace, okay? Just keep pressing it in. You still might be able to see it a little bit, but at least it'll be more disguised. So now I'm just going in with my scissors and I'm cutting off an excess piece from the front. And I went ahead and did my baby hairs off camera because I felt like y'all didn't want to see me struggle. So now I'm just about to style this hair. So I'm going to take my spray bottle and I'm going to spray it down, honey, okay? One thing about this hair, y'all, this hair was thick. Okay, this hair was so thick it barely could move. That's how thick it was. It was extra thick. So I'm gonna spray it down with a whole lot of water, and then I'm gonna go on top of that with my leave-in conditioner just to define a few of the curls and to take away some of the frizz. So this is what the hair is looking like after it's finished getting styled. I thought this was so pretty, y'all, and this color was so cute too. Like, this is just a bomb wig, okay? And I had to do a client, so I'm coming back to do the makeup. So this is how I look about 4 hours later. A mess, y'all, but anyway, we're about to get into the makeup and we just gonna fix the hair later. I'm taking some Got to Be Glue gel and I'm using it to slick my eyebrows in place because I need them things to be held down, okay? I need it to be held all the way down. And since my hair is this beautiful burgundy color, we're gonna be doing burgundy eyebrows. So I'm gonna show y'all my technique on doing that. I wanted it to be like a subtle burgundy. I didn't want it to be too loud. So I'm taking my LA Colors dark brown eyebrow pencil and I'm just going to be using this to outline my brows, and I feel like my eyebrows are already close together enough, so I'm not going to extend the front of them. I'm just going to outline the natural shape. To fill in my brows, I'm going to be using my Lick and Lash Spice palette, and I'm taking the shades Girlfriend and Rocky. First, I'm going in with the shade Rocky, which is like this plum color, and I'm just pressing this at the back of my eyebrows using this angled brush. You want to start off with dark and then fade it into the light color. That's how you get that nice ombre effect. Now I'm taking the shade Girlfriend, and I'm just going to be pressing this throughout the rest of my eyebrows. As I told y'all, I didn't want this burgundy to be too loud. I wanted it to be kind of deep, which is why you can see it a little, but you can't see it like too much. It's not really screaming at you. But if you would like it to be louder than this, you can always use liquid lipstick, and that should get you where you want to be, okay? I ended up applying a little bit too much of the red eyeshadow at the front of my eyebrows, but that's okay, girl. We just gonna deal with it. So now I'm going in with my Nicka K foundation and my e.l.f. concealer, and I'm gonna be using these to clean up my eyebrows. First, I'm taking the e.l.f. concealer, and it's in the shade Deep Chestnut, and I'm using this to clean up underneath my arch. Now I'm just going in with that foundation, and I'm going to be using it to clean up the rest of the way. Now that the brows are all cleaned up, I'm taking my Dermablend translucent powder, and I'm going to be pressing this at the front of my eyebrows. You could leave them like this if you want to, but this is just an extra step I like to take just to make sure they're faded in. Moving on to the eyes, for an eyeshadow primer, I'm using my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is the matte one, and it's in the shade Deep Chestnut. So as you can see, I applied it all over my lids. Now I'm just going in with this dense eyeshadow brush, and I'm using it to buff out this product. To start off this eyeshadow, I'm taking my Technic palette, and I'm going to be using that brown shade as my transition. And I'm also going to go in with that black shade. First, I'm going in with the brown shade on this blending brush, and I'm just applying it to the outer edge of my eye. This is like my go-to look, y'all. I've done this for so many pictures that y'all have seen. I just switch up the color scheme, which makes it look a little different, but it's usually the same thing. So I'm just putting that brown on the outer edge of my eye, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. And once I have it all the way blended, I'm gonna take that black and just apply it directly in my crease using the same blending brush. Once my eyeshadow is blended, I'm going to go in with my Derma Blend powder, and I'm using it to set my lids in place. And that'll pretty much be it for the eyeshadow, y'all. This look is so easy. On a regular day, it will probably take me about 15 minutes to do, which is exactly why it's my go-to look. So yeah, I'm just setting that concealer in place, and once that's finished, I'm going to go back in with those two eyeshadow shades and make sure the edge of my eyeshadow is blended out. Now I'm just going to take my black Wet n Wild liquid liner, and I'm going to use it to create a thin line across my eye. I'm going to take some more black eyeshadow, and I'm going to use this to elongate the edge of my liner to do like a faded wing. This step is really optional because I felt like people didn't really notice it. If you want to, you could just blend the liner into your eyeshadow. But now I'm taking some moisturizer, and I'm going to use this to prime my face. I don't use actual primers or anything just because when I wear makeup, I don't wear it for a long amount of time. I probably keep it on for like 4 hours at the most. And I also don't wear it on a regular basis. The only time I wear makeup is if I'm doing some type of wig review, y'all. That's literally the only time. But now I'm taking my foundation. It's the Nicka K foundation, and I'm just going to be applying a small amount of this to my face just because it's very thick, so a little goes a long way. This is like my favorite foundation just because I've been using it for a minute. I don't know if y'all would like it or not, so I don't want to put y'all on to anything that y'all may not like, so stick to what you use. Now I'm going in with my Real Technique sponge, and I'm going to be using this to press the foundation out. To highlight, I'm going back in with that e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Deep Chestnut. To blend out the concealer, I'm going in with my Real Technique sponge again, and I'm using the same side of the sponge that I used to blend out my foundation just because I like for everything to be nice and seamless. Taking my Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Katsina, and I'm using this to sculpt out my nose. I feel like my nose is not that big naturally, so I'm kind of following the natural shape when it comes to contouring. I'm just literally sculpting out the edge of my nose, y'all, but I don't normally do this on a regular day. Normally I would probably use some powder or something, but for the purpose of this video I just decided to go in and do it, and I wanted my nose to be snatched. Okay, I want it to look like I can't even breathe through these nostrils. All right, I want it to be that sunk in, period. And just like that, we have one snatched nose. Like, yes, get into the material, darling. We haven't even set yet, and we looking magnificent. But now I'm going in with my Fit Me pressed powder, and it's in the shade Golden Door, and I'm using this to set the highlighted areas of my face. Going on top of that Fit Me with my Morphe loose powder in the shade Banana, and I'm just using this to further mattify my face. I don't do this on a regular basis. This is just something I do for my clients, so for the purpose of this video I decided to include it. It's a lot of steps in this tutorial that I don't really do on a normal basis, but I just wanted y'all to have a flawless beat. Okay, so that's why I'm going the extra mile for this video. But now I'm using whatever residue is left on the sponge to set my nose in place, just to blend out all of my contour and everything. And now I'm going back in with my Black Radiance pressed powder. It's in the shade Black Coffee, and I'm using this to define my nose a little bit more. So now I'm taking that same Black Radiance powder, and I'm using this to bronze up my face a little bit. If you know me, you know I don't contour really, so this kind of serves as a contour a little bit. You know, it snatches my face up pretty well, if I do say so myself, and it brought that color back, as y'all can see. To set the remaining areas of my face, I'm going in with my Fit Me pressed powder, and this is in the shade Mocha. Now I'm going in with my Wet n Wild kohl eyeliner, and I'm using this to line my waterline. I don't ever really run it all the way through, but for this step I took it about 3/4 of the way. Now I'm going in with this red eyeshadow, and I'm just applying this to my lower lash line. So I went off camera and did another step. Can y'all tell what it is? I'm gonna give y'all a hint. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a quick hint. I don't think y'all know what it is though. Like, y'all haven't said anything, so I don't think y'all know what it is. So I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you, girl. I did my lashes, period. Y'all see them, cute. Now I'm going back in with my foundation brush, and I'm using it to press in all of the powder that I have sitting on my face. For lashes, y'all, I'm more into natural lashes now. I used to be into big blinks, but your girl wears glasses on a regular basis, so them big blinks be hitting my lens, honey. I gotta go with the natural pairs. And plus, I think it really complements my look. You know, I think it's real cute. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight the tip and the bridge of my nose, and to do this I just use a champagne colored eyeshadow. This one in particular is from my Technic palette, and I don't really like to highlight my face. Fun fact, I hate the way highlighter looks on my face, but I love the way it looks on my nose, so that's the only thing that I highlight. Now I'm just setting my face with some setting spray, and last but not least, it's time to do these lips. So first things first, Okay, I gotta get this makeup and this powder off my lips because I do not need this to alter the shade of my lipstick. Like, that's just a no. So make sure your lips are nice and clean. Now I'm gonna take this LA Colors dark brown eyebrow pencil and I'm gonna be using this to line my lips. I feel like my lips are a decent size, kind of. Like, I like the size of my lips. My friend says I have big lips, but he don't know what he talking about. So I'm just I'm just using this to outline my lips, and I'm doing an ombre lip, so I'm gonna outline them first, and then I'm gonna go back in and fill in the edges. Yeah, I thought the natural color of my lips with this liner was so cute, but we're gonna go in with the liquid lipstick anyway. So I'm taking this liquid lipstick from Profusion. This is my first time using this. I forgot the shade name, but I'll try to include it in the description box down below. As y'all can see, this kind of blew me away because I didn't expect it to be so orange toned, but I thought it was pretty. So I'm just gonna apply it to the center of my lips. Now I'm pressing my lips together to blend it into the liner. And once that's finished, I'm gonna go over my lips one more time with that liner to perfect everything. And after that, that'll basically be the finished look with this makeup. And I thought this was a cute matte lip. Y'all know I was tempted to put some gloss on it, but it was pretty. Now let's tend to this hair again, child. Let's fix this hair up. So I'm gonna take it out the clip. Now I'm just spreading it out to loosen it up a little bit, and then I'm just gonna go over it with my spray bottle again, you know, to define those curls. And we're gonna be back in business, baby. Okay. So as I told y'all in the beginning, this is their 22-inch Kinky Curly 99J burgundy wig, and I got it in a 180% density. That's why it's so thick. Okay, y'all know I love some big hair. I want it as thick as I can get it, but I really feel like this is a bigger density than 180. Like, this is 250. Like, y'all, this hair was so thick. It was so thick. As you can see, I'm still spraying it because it's just that thick. It was very easy to work with though. All you had to do was spray it and put some conditioner on it, and that was just that on that. But since it is so thick, it is like very shrunk up. Like I told y'all, I got a 22-inch, and I'm gonna show y'all in the video that this hair falls a little bit over my shoulder, which was actually the perfect length for me. I'm gonna stand up right now so y'all can see. As you can see, it's given, and this is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed this makeup and hair tutorial, and if you're interested in purchasing this unit, I will have all the information down in the description box below, along with any type of coupon codes that y'all can use. I hope y'all purchase this unit because it's giving every ounce of fall. Okay, like, this color was so pretty on me, y'all, and I was so nervous to try it because I do not do color, but this was beautiful. Okay, that's the only word for it, beautiful. Gave y'all an up close and personal view because I just got it like that. Okay, this is bomb. Look, I hope you all enjoyed. If you recreate this look, please tag me because I would love to see it. And that's it for today, queens. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and also turn on your post notifications to catch me in my next one. Bye bye, queens.